Ya, mamá, tranquilita, no pasa nada. Estoy acá, ya, tranquilita. Si no le va a pasar nada. Sí, está pasando, está pasando. Está pasando. Tranquilita.
It was 3 minutes. It seemed like an eternity, and it was pure terror. What I really remember was the noise. Very tall building made of concrete and glass and stucco that was cracking and grinding and sort of groaning.
Lo único que decía yo, hay que salvarse como se pueda y salvar al resto.
It was really the hardest moment in my life.
Ran to the main door and we saw the garden like waves.
It's the most frightening experience I've ever had in my life. I was just almost positive that the building was going to come down.
Then the next few days we actually pitched a tent and stayed in the backyard for the next four nights, because my children and my wife, and including myself, were all terrified to go back in the house.
A little bit later that morning, while we were still going through the aftershocks, they called me, and when I got in there, they had already set up a conference room with phone banks. They're trying to locate people and doing all the right things.
The whole effort of the leadership team was to find our employees, to get into our buildings and inspect them, to repair the buildings where we needed to get our people back to work so they could get some normality back in their lives, take care of our families, to communicate with our employees and let them know what was going on, and then to eventually to start focusing on how do we actually generate some contributions to help the people in need, and how do we capture lessons learned.
So we start this I'll say rush to get our people, and we got them.
Regrettably, I think there were 2 or 3 employees who lost family members down in Concepcion. The hard part about this whole experience has been having to reach out and try and help the employees who did have desperate family situations.
I would say clearly the lessons learned exercise we went through have taught us some things. As I think about this a bit more, to me there's a sort of a deeper takeaway from this whole recovery effort, and that is sort of a reaffirmation to me of how unique and how great this company is. We responded in a way to this incredible disaster that no one could imagine, and I think it comes from 2 things principally. I think it's the leadership and from the culture that we have. The people we have here in Bechtel, Chile, I don't think are any different from those that join up with the others out there, but they responded very differently in the face of this crisis of such magnitude. And I think they did so because we've got a sort of a deeply ingrained sense of importance of safety, importance of hard work, the importance of planning, organizing, and delivering a standard of excellence that they expect everyone to live up to, a feeling that everyone's part of a family. And then we have an incredibly dedicated group of leaders that are there leading from the front.
The company acted very quickly in getting everyone in touch with everyone and finding out how everyone was doing.
Y a los gerentes trabajando codo a codo con nosotros.
No sé si esta frase la escuché antes en Bechtel, pero me marcó mucho cuando uno dice, ustedes hacen la diferencia.
Proud of Bechtel, Chile.
Yo me saco el sombrero con la empresa. Yo les digo, yo 27 años en la empresa, Bechtel Chile, y me siento orgulloso de lo que se preocuparon de todos nosotros.
That I have proved now that all the core principles of Bechtel, at least in Bechtel, Chile, are not only empty words, but facts.
Unfortunately, you wait for these events to really understand the kind of people that we have working for us. So they're the true heroes.
Well, here in Bechtel we are a family, and in moments like this you really feel that.
Everybody working so hard trying to find every person in Bechtel, 1,000 people. They moved so quickly, everybody was so worried and so working so hard, from the general manager to everybody, and it was, I'm really, really proud of being part of Bechtel and how we all worked for this.